Hello, everyone. This is Chala Dincoy, CEO and founder of The Repositioning Expert. Welcome to another edition of my podcast, Polish Your Pitch. I have a special guest, Josh Perry, here today. Welcome, Josh.
Hey, good afternoon, Chala. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm so excited to hear your elevator pitch. So let me get the timer started, and then I will ask you to introduce yourself as if you were at the Tuesday Tea networking event with tons of prospects again.
All right.
So go. Tell us what you do, Josh.
So I help people look, feel, and perform their best by creating strategies that addresses the root cause of their problems, so that way they can optimize their mental and physical health.
Okay, very brief. I like it. Okay. Do I have your permission to polish?
Yes, please.
Okay. So I would love it if we could go deeper into a more defined, smaller niche. So talk to me about pick either an industry or an interest group, and an interest group can be like people who like BMX, or people who are divorcing women, or people who have an autistic child, like whatever the interest is, that would be if it's a B2B. Now, if it's a B2C, if it's a B2B, let's pick an industry. So do you have one in mind?
Yeah, I mean, I guess just off the the top of my head from past experience, majority of my clients tend to be those driven, successful entrepreneurs or C-level executives that have the financial success, have the family, the house, but then find themselves overweight, sick, and tired.
So tell me what industry the majority of them would work for. Is it IT? Is it like they're in healthcare?
Yeah, I'd say it's a combination of in real estate, whether they're loan officers or they're realtors, and then just like entrepreneurs that are startup, whether it be tech. I've had clients in their own painting businesses, things like that. So it's a combination of mostly real estate and then entrepreneurs in whichever field.
Yeah. So the reason why I make people pick a very defined vertical is because your elevator pitch is really the starting point, the tip of the iceberg of your whole marketing strategy. And the idea of having just one vertical as your marketing strategy to move forward in the next 3 to 6 months is because people only self-gather in large numbers by either industry or interest. Mm-hmm. They don't self-gather by mindset. They don't self-gather by how much money they make. They don't self-gather by those being overweight. Like, unfortunately, they only self-gather because their industry puts on events, or because they have a common interest that they would go to the same clubs or to the same publications or same industry events kind of thing. So that's why, I mean, let's pick, so we could pick tech startup or we could pick real estate. Either one has a lot of associations, organizations, events going on for them, right?
Yep. Yeah, okay. For sure.
Well, let's say real estate. And what is the most costly problem that you solve for realtors?
I think so from, again, past experience, it's just them being able to show up in a manner that allows them to get more done, to have a better communication and a relationship, because they're showing up feeling more confident, more energized, and just more positive. So it just allows them to not waste time and to make more connections and more transactions.
Okay. And so, I mean, we would, if we were working together, we'd find out by researching this, but I'm just going to ask you to guess here because we only have like 2 minutes. Mm-hmm. So is when you talk about more transactions, is that their biggest complaint, is that they're just not getting enough houses listed, or they're just not having enough meetings with people who are prospects? Like, what is the transactions pain about?
Yeah, it's just getting more leads and getting more transactions closed, from having the ability to sustain their energy throughout the day, to get to all the emails, to get to the meetings and the phone calls and things like that, and then obviously deal with their marketing and all that stuff. So
that's a common complaint that they have, is they're unable to increase their sales because they run out of energy. Is that it?
Yeah, I'd say the complaint is, from them being overweight and tired. They're not able to perform at the level they want to, which all those tasks fall into.
Right. Okay. So then I wonder what it would be like. And I always like to give, as you know, a stat around the pain. So we can make one up now, but you could go and talk to 10 realtors and see how many of the 10 actually agree with the statement. Mm-hmm. that, let's say 7 out of 10 realtors uh, um, think that they're too tired, that they're, the number of houses they sell is tied to the fact that they're too tired, and due to their lack of health, or due to being overweight. And what I do is I help them. And how do you help them? Coaching. What do you do with them?
Yep. Coaching. Yep.
Coaching, consulting, and a process. So is there a process that you have is there a process that you have that you've coined or named or branded?
Yeah. So my process is my optimization roadmap. And so we start with the mindset, and we connect the mental and emotional aspect and how it pertains to their physical health, and then how that affects other areas of their life.
Okay. So you could actually bring a little bit of that in. So you could say, did you know that 7 out of 10 realtors are too tired to sell more because they're overweight? And what I do is through my optimization roadmap, I help connect the mindset to the blah, 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 to the blah, 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 so that they're in tip-top shape and always have the energy to sell more. What do you think?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah.
All right. So how is that in your mind different than what you normally do?
It just puts a specific number to the table, or brings a specific number to the table, gives a stat, and it kind of gives a, I guess, a perception of measuring, like a scale, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it also identifies exactly who you work with and exactly the problem you solve and how big the problem is when you, scope it that way. So thank you so much. You've been polished, Josh.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Take care.